Hey guys, it's Danny. Today it is time to make some updates. There are some orchids which I want to show you guys because I think they're very interesting. Some good stuff, some not so good stuff. You'll see what I mean. But just a general update with some orchids that I really wanted to show you guys because I'm really, I guess, excited about them. This is one of them. So before we start, don't forget to give this video a like if you end up enjoying it, and hey, why not subscribe? I post multiple times a week and it's completely free. But if you're feeling a little extra about it, you consider becoming a member and getting access to some exclusive videos and behind the scenes. You can also use my affiliate links linked down below in the description or in the shopping icon, which for some of you should appear on the screen. It's a new feature. I'm not sure how it works, but if it appears, I'm gonna try to link stuff that I use there. See how that goes. You can also check out the merch. We have beautiful mugs at the moment, and you can also use the super thanks option below my video. And I thank you very, very much if you choose to support my channel in this way. Right, so with that said, let's just start. Let's start with this one. This is such a beautiful orchid. It's a Caulaelia type. This is Caulaelia Snowflake, Frosty. Now, the reason I purchased this orchid is that it shares a parent with the Ivanagarra apple blossom, which is one of my favorite Caulaeas. I lost it. I will repurchase it. I know they have it. Look, one of the nurseries I typically buy from. I know they have it in stock. Thank you for letting me know. I don't have money. We are focusing on the house right now. There are many things that need to be done. A little update on that. Yeah, bureaucracy took a while, but yeah, we should start with the procedure pretty soon. Anyway, there are many things to buy, many things that have priority. So orchids will take a little bit of a break, not in me caring for them, but like new orchids, right? I have enough orchids. I don't need new orchids. So yeah, that's where we're at with the house. Very exciting, but very stressful. I'm trying to, like, you know, put my spendings on pause and just enjoy the orchids we have. So yeah, I will not have the Ivanagarra apple blossom anytime soon, but I purchased this one last year? I think last year, yes. It's season 1. I even mentioned it here. It's season 1 of the Orchid Haul Watch, and I purchased it because it has one of the parents that the Ivanagarra has, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it shares the fragrance, maybe it shares some features, and it kind of does. It does share. So if you take a look at the lip and at the column, actually, doesn't it really look like the Ivanagarra? It does. You want to know who else it looks like? The Chantilly Lace Twinkle. I do believe it has the same parent in common. So that is quite exciting, but one thing I did not expect was for this orchid to be fragrant, and it is. And it has a fragrance that neither the Ivanagarra nor the Chantilly Lace Twinkle has. I cannot even describe the scent. I've been thinking all of these days because I knew I was gonna make a video on it. I will also do a spotlight for the members on it. I cannot describe the scent. I'll give you the words that pop into my mind. Nothing. It's rich, maybe a little sweet. I cannot describe it. It's absolutely undescribable. It's like nothing I've ever detected. I cannot tell you, oh, it's food-like, because it's not, or it's flowery, because it's not really. It's creamy, I guess. I can say it's cream. And I'm sorry, I had to change the batteries of the camera. I hope I'm still in frame. Anyway, so it is creamy, but other than that, I cannot tell you exactly how it is because I cannot describe it. Nope, there's nothing that comes to mind. It is very rich though. It's not very strong. It's not gonna fill the room, but it is very rich. I'm making no sense. This is something you need to check out. If you see this orchid ever for sale and you like the looks of it and it's a decent price, it's not a big orchid, give it a go. I think it's spectacular. It looks like a snowflake indeed. It's so pretty, but the fragrance. I have nothing smelling like this in my collection. Maybe jam? No, I don't know what it smells like. Do you guys have this orchid? If you have it, let me know what it smells like to you because I cannot pinpoint it. Right, I need to water it. It's a thirsty orchid and it does look a little bit like the Ivanagarra pseudobulb wise. I will water it now and shoot the B-roll when she's a little bit more hydrated. But it appears to be quite an easy orchid to grow, and absolutely. It does look like the Vanagara and the Chantilly Lace Twinkle at the same time, but it smells like none of them. So this was a huge surprise for me because I was kind of hoping it smelled like freesias, like the Vanagara, but no, I got something else and I don't regret it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's special to me. I don't have anything like it in my collection. So definitely it has been a wonderful surprise. Very happy I purchased it. Again, it wasn't anything like expensive or anything. It was just yet another Caulaelia type orchid. Now, if you missed my season 1 and would like to see an unbox, if you're in the mood for an unboxing today or something, check it down below. I'll link it to it down below so you see how this orchid looked like when I first purchased it. It grew low. I mean, this pseudobulb, oh, it's just shriveled. Don't mind the shriveledness. I'm gonna go water it now. This pseudobulb was not present. It was a small orchid. It did not suffer setback or anything of the sorts. It's quite vigorous. Definitely, I recommend it, particularly if you like white flowers with a hint of pink. But what beautiful dainty flowers, right? They smell gorgeous though. I'm not sure if you're gonna like it though. It's one of those polarizing scents, I feel like, because it's just not comparable to anything. And it's rich. It's so... What am I even saying? It's unique. Give it a go, give it a sniff. Let me know what you think, if you have it already. What does it smell like to you? Next up, a little update on the orchid we rejuvenated a few weeks ago. I don't know when I posted it. It's been a few weeks ever since I purchased it, and it was looking dreadful. If you missed the video, I'll link it to it down below. It's one of the Orchid Care for Beginners videos, and look at her today, completely rejuvenated. But most importantly, is it fragrance? Did the fragrance come to life? It has. This is a fragrant orchid and it smells beautiful. Many of you actually mentioned in the comments of that video that you have it and it actually does release fragrance. And it does. It took a week or so, or maybe even more, to release anything. It just goes to show you how incredibly stressed it was, and it was still hanging on to its flowers. That's amazing. And it's scary. I always tell you, do not assess the flowers to assess the health of the orchid. This is a prime example of that. Imagine if this orchid wasn't dehydrated because it hasn't been watered. It was dehydrated because all the roots were gone. Same thing, the orchid was just dehydrated, right? Well, recovery is very different in these two instances. All we had to do is just properly water this orchid and hey presto, perfectly healthy. In the case of root loss, it's not that easy. It typically takes a while. We are going through setback, flowers need to come off, but you would look at it and think, oh, it's in bloom, it's healthy, it's just, it needs a little water. Nope, it's missing the roots. Luckily, it's not the case. So how do you smell like? Oh, the flowers are looking better, like they colored up even. It's amazing. Okay, they look a little bit tattered. Is that the word? Worse for wear, should we say? Yeah, they look a little bit, but considering, you know, what does it smell like? Something in between maybe the Leodoro and something more lemony. I don't even know if this is the full potential of the fragrance because we've been through some stress periods lately. So we'll see the following flowerings. But yeah, it's in that area. A little bit floral, maybe even powdery, very mildly, but definitely a little bit sour. Reminds me a little bit of the Leodoro. Very different, very nice. I'm really looking forward to this one and I'm happy I purchased it. I was actually in the store thinking, should I get it? Should I not? It's just another Phalaenopsis. Do I need another Phalaenopsis? But then I thought, listen, it's gonna be a nice video, a very educational video. And if it's fragrant, I mean, you know, it's fragrant. I'm really happy I got it actually. The flowers are beautiful as well. They have a beautiful color. And yeah, just so you know, typically when they don't have proper light or they are very stressed and dehydration is a major stress, orchids don't really release much of a scent. Sometimes they will, depends on the orchid, but many of the times they won't. Phalaenopsis are notorious for that. I think I mentioned it in that video as well. When I first purchased the Leodoro, even though it was hydrated, it was just not receiving proper light in the store where I found it. Because it did not receive proper light for I don't know how long, it did not release scent for 3 days. So just so you know, they can do that. But you know, it had the name Sensa or whatever name it had. And it's a thing nowadays to sell fragrant orchids, especially in the European Union. I thought it would be fragrant. It also looks like it's fragrant, right? Tiny flowers, beautiful coloration, more sturdy flowers, more waxy, this very round shape to them, let's say. Yeah, smells beautiful, and yeah, I'm happy that I purchased it in the end. All right, a not so happy update. Do you remember this guy? This is an Australian Dendrobium hybrid that I purchased from the Netherlands last year, and I'll insert some footage here. It looked absolutely amazing, absolutely gorgeous. What dreams are made of. Well, this year it did produce some flower spikes, but they don't look that nice. I'm not entirely sure why. I put it outside to give him that winter chill. It did put out quite a bit of flower spikes, but they kind of just ended up distorted and just not looking okay. So we have let's just say we have two possibilities. We have many possibilities, but let's take them one at a time. One, we have a virus, and that's not funny. Viruses can actually determine either color streaks, either flower deformities. Last year it looked absolutely fantastic because probably wasn't as stressed as it was like this year, acclimating to my environment. I don't know, that's one. Second, maybe I did not keep it hydrated enough. Maybe I overdid it with that cool rest. Typically these types of dendrobiums require, which are Kingianum hybrids actually, require a dry period. Maybe I kept it a little bit too dry, maybe it was a little bit too cold outside, I don't know. I tend to believe not, but who knows, we'll see. I don't like how this guy evolved, especially because I have another Dendrobium type, which I showed you in a previous video. That one did great, and it was in the same conditions as this guy. It was outside during the, not dormancy, rest period. I treated it the same, gave it the same food, the same light. In this room, they sat in the same place. That one looked spectacular. Many of you voted that we put it on a mug. That's how beautiful it was. This one though, I don't know. I'm considering maybe there is a virus involved. I really hope it's not. I'm happy and relieved that I have the other one too, which is shorter than this one and looks pretty close flower-wise. But this one was the more floriferous one. And you know, I got it from the Netherlands. I really wanted it. I don't know, but I'm a little disappointed. Definitely, I'll try to do a better job with care this year, and we'll see. Maybe it has to do with stress, because at some point it did lose quite a bit of roots. Maybe I didn't water it enough. I'll give it my best shot, and I'll try to focus on it a little more, and we'll see next year. It's one of those that blooms once a year, but I'm a little disappointed this year. And I'm hoping it's not like a disease or something. I didn't have pests on it. It looks good. I do not know. We'll see what happens next year. Alrighty, next up, let's look at some Tolumnias. This is interesting. So we have here two Tolumnias, which are of the same type. How should I rotate this so you see the wonderful bloom display? This is the, let's not break anything, the Tolumnia Big Bang. Now, I did a little bit of a mistake. I purchased two of them by mistake. This one is the older one. You can see it has more growths and more flowers. But I thought, well, you know what? You can never have enough Tolumnias because they can always bloom a little bit different. You can always have very slight differences between individuals, or pretty large differences sometimes, because my suspicion is these are all obtained from seeds rather than cloning them. From what I read, and I will do it one day, from what I read, it's actually pretty fast to grow these orchids from seed. Because I think they are obtained from seeds, they're all a little bit different between them. And this is a prime example of that. From a distance, these orchids might look quite the same, but they're not. I'll give you a close-up. This one has a bit of more of a solid color on its lip than this one. There are indeed mild differences in the flowers, and if you Google the Big Bang, you will see these differences as well. For some people, it has more of a streaky type of lip. So this is what I was saying, that yeah, they might look similar, but identical, sometimes they will not be. So I kept both Tolumnias. Now that they are just so similar, you know, maybe I'll give one away. We'll see. I do love Tolumnias though. But this is a very good example of how you can have little differences between what you purchase, like the picture in the listing and what you get. Don't be disappointed by that. Each Tolumnia is absolutely beautiful and wonderful. There are so many varieties to suit each taste, so yeah, don't worry about it. But if you ever get a Tolumnia and it doesn't really look identical to the listing picture, that's why, in my opinion. Again, I don't know for a fact. I'm not a hybridizer, but I do suspect they come from seeds and they will all just look a little bit different. They're not gonna be twins, they're gonna be brothers and sisters, but not twins, you know? Just like eyebrows. They're never equal, somehow. But they're both absolutely beautiful. I really love my Tolumnias this year. They all look really, really good. Let us also discuss one of my most precious orchids at the moment, the Sarcochilus, or Sarcochiluses, because I have 10 of them. Yes, remember I made that video in which I was telling you that finally I have flower spikes, I can see them growing. Remember I did a little bit of an experiment? I put some of them outside in the winter and some I kept in. Well, let me tell you the results of that. I'm just gonna show you this guy. I might go out and film them. They're all outside right now and I'm not bringing them in. So the result of that is highly variable, but I drew some conclusions. The Sarcochilus that I kept outside to get that proper winter chill, which in my area it never goes to freezing. It goes like maximum 4 to 6 degrees Celsius. This winter we had 8, the lowest, so it was pretty chilly, but it wasn't anything to be scared of. The ones that I had outside, most of them started to produce the nubbins, and this is the more advanced one, and I can already see the pattern on the buds. I'm so excited, you have no idea. I love Sarcochilus, but they do not do particularly well in my grow space. So I tried them outside, went beautifully. The ones that I had inside in the cabinet, remember the high humidity cabinet? They did not spike, nothing. And the temperature in the grow space went to, let's say, 15 degrees Celsius. I'll put some conversions on the screen to Fahrenheit because I'm not good at converting on the spot. Those ones did nothing. They just grew vegetatively, they looked nice, but they did not spike. So at some point when in the middle of winter it got a little bit chilly, I got a little concerned, I brought these guys inside because they already had little nubbins of flower spikes. Brought them outside, everything would be okay? No. This is the only one that continued the flower spikes. The other ones, the nubbins are either still there doing nothing, either they kind of completely gave up and the orchid started to grow vegetatively, roots and leaves and all of that. So the cool down in this room was not enough for them. I put them outside again, I put them outside again a few weeks ago, and I think I see some of them already starting to start growth, but I'm not sure. I think those flower spikes are just compromised this year. However, I also put outside the ones that I had inside, the Sarcochilus that I kept inside and were doing nothing. And those ones I see on some of them, I see brand new shoots or flower spikes, nubbins that look fresh, look like they're growing. You know how when you see the nubbin and it's glossy and very green, that's how you know it's fresh and it's growing. If the bud looks a little bit mattified, and worse, if it gets discolored, it's done, it's not gonna grow anymore. This one has one here as well, which decided not to grow anymore when I brought it inside. Somehow, through some miracle, these other 3 decided to continue growth, but you know what? I learned my lesson. Sarcochilus need to be outside in my winter to promote flower spikes, and I am not going to bring them in until I see buds like this maybe, or even then it will be already spring. I'm just gonna keep them outside until they fully bloom. In the summer, it's too hot to keep them outside. I'll bring them inside to have their vegetative period. It's gonna be nice in my room, my grow room. But in the winter, no, we're staying out. And we're not coming back inside until we have flowers. There you go. I know for some of you Sarcochilus are pretty easy, especially if you live in Australia, but for me, they've never been easy. This is the first time I'm gonna see flowers, and I've tried with multiple Sarcochilus throughout the past 7 years, nothing. And I said, well, it is time to leave them outside and not care if it gets very, very cold. It did the trick. and not bring them in when I think it's way too cold for them. No, it's not way too cold for them. It's good. Typically in their natural habitat, they would encounter these temperatures as well. So it's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little worried because, you know, I've never had an orchid outside at 4 degrees Celsius. It's scary, but no, these guys can tolerate it. And there we have it. At least I'm gonna have one Sarcochilus in bloom. It's okay, it's enough. The other ones are doing okay. One thing I will need to do, and I will take you guys along, I will need to repot them because, yes, this is nice. Here I don't have only moss. I have a combination of moss and bark, and particularly because I'm gonna have them outside in the winter, you know, better to have moss and bark. But I cannot see the roots. And furthermore, I don't have ventilation slits, so it's not evening out. I find that they stay a little bit too moist because it's still kind of cold in the night outside. So after they're done with their bloom, when I see them starting to grow vegetatively, or although they already are growing, I'm gonna take you guys along. We're gonna repot them. We're gonna put them in transparent pots with ventilation slits because I need to know what's happening with the roots. The uncertainty is very stressful for me. I don't need to see any other orchids like Callax, Phalaenopsis. I can use these pots, it's fine. But these, because I'm just so concerned about them and I can't help it, I need to see what the roots are doing. We're gonna put them in transparent pots, which I have a million of them outside. But that is the story of the Sarcochilus. Partially successful, a little bit successful. Most of it not so successful, we'll see. The late sounds weird. The sarcs that are a little late to the game because I put them out later, I think at least 1 or 2 of them will continue to grow their flower spikes. I don't know, it's getting warmer though. It's getting warmer outside. It's already March, it's starting to become summer. But we'll see. I learned my lesson. Next year will be better. This year, could have been worse, I guess. Alrighty, so that is about it for today. This one I'm holding because it's the one that I will film next. I'm doing a spotlight for the members on this one because this is amazing. This orchid is amazing. But I have it featured in another video that I think I uploaded. Anyway, for today, that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me today, taking it a little bit chill. What are you guys up to? How are your orchids doing? Do you have Sarcochilus? Bestow some wisdom upon me because I'm still stressed about them. I want to have them so bad. They're like Tolumnias for me. So tiny, cute and dainty. And have you seen their flowers? There is a channel. Oh gosh, Matt's Orchids. I'm sorry, I'll link you to it down below. A grower in Australia that has beautiful Sarcochilus. I'm drooling. I'm watching those videos with sarcs in bloom and I'm like, I want to have that too. I'm trying. But it's stressful because I'm second guessing myself. Is it too cold? Is it not cold enough? Should I put them out? Should I keep them out? Should I keep them in? Should I pot them in transparent pots? Should I use a mixture of bark and moss? Should I use moss? I have a lot of thoughts. So I'm still stressed. So let me know your wisdom. Let me know how you're dealing with them if you're not in, you know, a climate that is similar to their natural climate. Because I don't know. I'm nervous. I want to have those orchids a lot. I really do. And they're not easy to find either. I have to, like, if you remember these guys, I ordered them at my parents' place and then they sent it to me because not everybody ships to Cyprus. Or if they do, you know, it's very expensive, the transport. So yeah, very hard to get, very stressful orchids, but I love them. Anyway, so that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, you know, just seeing these orchids and hearing me blab, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.